what it does.
I might have known that with you two swats. Well, I'm fed up with it, you hear?
It was an accident, Mr. Blister. We're very sorry.
Especially you knickers, destroying my laboratory, ruining the aura of serenity and peace that is essential to my health and well-being. Well, I've had it! If I had a violent streak, I'd throw you through a window.
In view of the current climate, I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
Oh, don't you? Well, I'm in charge here, not you. Sit there.
Well, it was his idea.
Dear Beyond the Milky Way magazine, I know you are always looking for astronauts to go to Mars and Jupiter.
Memphis, I need your help. I don't know which of my recipes to make for lunch. Hong Kong haddock and chocolate sauce or coolie collie wobble and custard pudding.
Couldn't we just send out for takeaway?
Oh, Memphis, you do tease your mumsy. Who are you writing to? You haven't got a secret girlfriend.
Of course I haven't. I'm applying to become an astronaut. Say nothing, Mumsy.
Nothing?
There's an article here with all the specification needed. Excellent physical coordination. Highly intelligent. Well, that's me, obviously. And fast reflexes to get out of trouble quickly.
Where is it? Right, head handbag. I want you to do something about that Harriet Hyde. She's just thrown me through a window.
I'm sorry, Blister, old dude. I'm much too busy applying to become an astronaut.
An astronaut?
Yes, I can feel it is my destiny to be blasted into space. After all, my name is Rocket.
Well, my name's Rocket too. Does that mean I'm also destined to be blasted?
What are you going to do about Harriet Hyde?
I'm much too busy, Blister, old dude, thinking about space.
Space? The only space round here is the space where your brain should be. Well, I'm not going to stand for it any longer. The next time I see Harriet, I'm going to use rhetoric.
Rhetoric who?
Rhetoric, head hat maker, is the power of language. I'll tell her she's hairy, horrible, and huge.
You were saying...
So much for rhetoric.
There, my application to become an astronaut. Post that for me, Mumsy.
But
I'm going to think about space. The final frontier.
Mrs. Smith, post this for Mr. Rocket, will you?
Ah, Mr. Slime.
Mrs. Smith, what is it?
Post this for Mr. Rocket, will you?
Roy Thompson, post this for Mr. Rocket, will you?
Mr. Blister?
Yes?
I'm not allowed out during school hours.
So?
Will you post this for Mr. Rocket? What's the matter, Uncle?
This is the final humiliation. Being treated like Postman Pat.
I like Postman Pat.
I'm humiliated at this school. That twit Rocket. Well, this is where it stops. This is where I get my revenge.
What are you going to do?
The weapon has just been placed into my own hands. It's destiny.
No, it isn't. It's an envelope.
I'm going to get someone to come in and pretend to be the person in charge of selecting astronauts. He will put Rocket through a series of very humiliating and very painful tests. He will look very silly and I can get him fired.
Then you can take over the school. Whoever it is will have to be someone that's believable, Uncle. Yeah, someone scientific. Or medical, like a doctor. Or a nurse.
Sister Blister!
Mr. Rocket's written a letter applying to become an astronaut. It's the talk of the school.
I expect it's all part of the career course at the Rocket Academy. The strides it makes in progressive education never cease to amaze me. What do they never cease to do, Moira?
Never cease to amaze you, Jerry. I should think Mr. Rocket would make a very good astronaut.
No, he wouldn't, Moira.
Why not?
Where's his hair?
What's the matter with his hair?
Well, it's all wrong. It should be something like mine, neat and compact. Ideally suited to space helmet conditions.
Honestly, Jerry, people change. Mr. Rocket could change. You could change. Julia could change. Couldn't you, Pet?
Yes, Mum.
So what I want you to do, sis, is to make Rocket look like an idiot. Give him a load of silly tests and tell him that to find out if he's the right stuff to go up into space.
Will these tests terrify him to within an inch of his life?
Even closer. But most of all, I want you to make him look very silly.
What's in it for me?
Money.
How much? I don't come cheap, you know.
£6.
10,
7,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5.
down. Right.
Take me to the patient.
Still no word from the space people. Perhaps they don't want me.
Look who's here, Head and Tog. It's my sister. Sister Blister.
Your sister, Sister Blister, Mr. Blister? Oh, how nice. I would have been sorry to have missed her, your sister, Sister Blister, Mr. Blister.
I have your letter applying to become an astronaut.
You mean that you? Oh, gosh, yes, of course, the medical. But you've no need to worry. I am perfectly healthy. I am a perfect specimen of humanity. I am afraid of nothing. Am I?
Where are you taking my son?
Into the playground.
I'm testing his suitability to be an astronaut.
An astronaut, my son?
It's a dream come true, Mumsy. Strange and wonderful things are going to happen to me. I'm going into orbit.
I thought you were going into the playground.
I ran it up last night.
Is this the spaceship?
No, it's a machine to test your anti-gravity skills.
Oh, will it hurt?
Possibly.
Oh.
Not at all, Head Hideous. It just shows you the sort of conditions you have to expect in space. So I'm told.
What do I have to do?
You get in, and we spin you round and round.
Oh, sounds fun. Like being at the fair.
Oh, how jolly, Memphis.
And as you go round, I want you to eat this.
Why? I'm not hungry.
It's to test how you can cope with eating while you're in space.
Oh, well, in I go. Hold that, Mumsy.
Wouldn't you be happier with a Mongolian flapjack?
No, he wouldn't. There. Once the machine starts moving, you start eating. Clear the pod. Let's spin it. Test. Hurrah!
Hurrah!
Next, it'll be soup, liver, and porridge.
Refreshments! Oh, you're a treasure, Julia. What is she, Jerry?
A treasure.
Is that a fruit flan?
Yes, it is. I made it an hour ago.
Sheer genius.
Genius.
So, Julia.
Mr. Rocket had to try and eat a flan today in an anti-gravity machine.
Whatever for, Pet?
He was being tested as an astronaut.
An astronaut?
I've heard of a flan-eating astronaut.
I have to try it.
The flan?
No. Being an astronaut.
No, Jason. You'd be quite wrong for an astronaut.
Wrong?
But you haven't got the hair for it.
Jerry knows these things.
Oh, Jason, you wouldn't want to go into space without me.
Without you, no. Of course not, my beloved. It's just that there are things that a man has to do when a man has to do what a man has to do. And when a man has to do those things that a man has to do, he has to do them.
Jason, that was truly moving.
I'll tell you what. We'll go together. Tomorrow.
Where?
To the Rocket Academy to test to be astronauts.
Jerry and Jason, the first men on Mars.
I think Jason and Jerry sounds better.
It's a pity that Jason isn't called Tom, eh?
Oh, Tom and Jerry.
Excuse me. I've got some experiment work.
It's not fair that they presume that they're the only ones round here who should be astronauts. Mona,
You're right.
Right. The unfathomable depths of outer space wouldn't scare me in the least.
Oh, you can say that again.
I'd rather not if you don't mind. But let me say, Moira, it would take more than the unexpected to make me lose my cool.
More flan, anyone?
What have you got in store for Rocket today, sis?
Well, I thought we'd use the old anti-gravity machine again. Only this time we'll get him to change his clothes while he's inside it. He'll be so dizzy he'll end up putting his trousers on his head.
Brilliant, sis! And then tomorrow we can come up with something even worse.
Oh, no, we won't. After today, I'm off. If I'm caught playing a practical joke like this, it could jeopardize my entire career.
Oh.
Did you hear that? It's a practical joke. I knew that woman was up to no good. She and her brother are making a fool of Mr. Rocket. Well, that's pretty easy. What do you mean? Well, you'd have to be a complete twit to think that they'd really be testing for astronauts at this school.
We want to be tested for astronauts! We want to be tested for astronauts!
Did you get a chance to tell Mr. Rocket it's a trick? I didn't get a chance to tell anyone with Mum, Dad and the jitters rushing in like that. What makes me so mad? Whoops.
I didn't expect all this crowd.
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me. It increases the chances of my being found out. I'm off.
No. Just tell them they can all have a go, then tell them they're all unsuitable. They'll all look like idiots then. Serve them right.
I don't like it.
I'll pay you more.
How much?
£5.
10.
6.
9.
7.
8.
8.
7.
9.
6.
10.
Done. Right, everyone. We're about to start the next test. Who wants to be first?
I think Mr. Blister and his sister should be first.
What? No.
How dare you? I refuse to be intimidated by you.
Oh, really?
On second thoughts. Oh, it is all your fault.
It's your fault.
It's your
Right.
Now you talk.
Welcome back, astronauts. Anyone else for astronaut testing?
That was great! There's more from the brilliant and weird Rocket Academy at the same time next Thursday. And coming up next, it's The Mask and some more details about our Spider-Man phone-in.